Just out of the parking lot and heading up valley. There's Bryant. And that's the first peak we're hitting, second peak we're hitting, and doing a counterclockwise loop. About 10 minutes up valley. And there might be another stream farther than this. This is the first one we got across. So I cut over to the right side of the creek early on, and it turns out staying on the left side is better. The whole right side ascending is stones, and the left side is this grassy patch. So head up on the left side until we get to the fork that we want, and then we cross over. And first drainage on the ascending right, we got the border sign. At the border sign, we turn right up this drainage. And then we will be going past those cliff bands and ascending up over grassy and scree slopes. No cliffs today. From the boundary sign, the trail has been good, or where it fades out a bit. Still all easy walking. But this is the route to Bryant, so I think it'll be kicking where possible. Looking down valley back to the main creek bed. And until I turn off, I'm anticipating no trail. It's so pinched in here. The side's sloping. Oh, I just came upon a trail. So wherever there is trail, it's just going to be on these little grassy patches. This is looking up valley, and just at the end of the orange rubble pile, we're going to ascend the steeps and go straight to the first ridge. So almost at the top of tree line on the south ascent ridge, peak 43, light bushwhacking at the bottom, and it just turned to this stuff halfway up, so it's easy going. Looking down the south ridge, and 1 hour 12 minutes, and I just got to the bite. So this is one alternate that takes you down to the cut blocks. And here's the bowl that leads to the summit of Peak 1. Very gently graded. And it more than likely goes cleanly all the way down. Looking off the east ridge, down to all the cut blocks. And the summit is in sight. June 30th. We still got this much snow tucked away. So when I said the summit was just in sight, I was lying, because it peaked down just after that. And this was the actual summit. So we're almost there. Top of Peak 1. And now we head down. Go to the next peak there. But it's a mid-peak. It's not even considered Peak 2. And then we head down to that light-colored upside down V, down to the creek bed and back out. The descent off of 1 is pretty steep. Some sections are pillowy, some sections are hard pack, but just slow and controlled. Definitely way steeper on the south side. But we did this in the winter when there was snow and ice, so we're not concerned. Just can't run down. Looking out towards Moose. And this is looking south off the descent from Peak 1. This middle bowl easily goes back to creek bed. There's the call between mid-peak and Peak 2 hiding behind it. And that's Peak 3, Peak 4, 5, and I think that's Bryant. Down at the call, looking up mid-Peak 2, and time to ascend straight up. And then look at how easy that slope is heading down to the creek. And we will end up in there. Halfway to mid-peak number 2 from the call. This one's just a pretty low angle ascent. He's going. This is from the top of mid-peak 2. Very low angle ascent there. That in center screen right now is the top of Peak 2. That's a second mid-peak, Peak 2. So as we go down, you can see the easy descent. Just over halfway down. Looking back up Peak 1. And easy descent. There's Peak 4. So coming out of the middle drainage, collects quite a bit of water. It's had some runoff and washouts through there. Descent took a while. We're coming up on 25 minutes down to the creek. 25. It's a bit slow going just to make sure that the rocks don't roll out from under. But other than that, it's been pretty good. A lot of plate shale, which was fun to walk on. Wasn't slidey. And a possible ascent ridge up to 4. Maybe one day. Down in the creek bed, off the descent. Peak 1. And now we head out and try and find the path of least resistance. So, I don't know, that side hilling doesn't look good. I'll just end up bashing through the creek here. It's definitely not a trail. All been blown out. Still heading out. And this creek bed is actually quite good. A lot of fine aggregate mixed with big rocks. It's not baby heads that are rolling. It's actually really enjoyable. Like a gravelly beach. Let's hope that this goes all the way, because when I have to come back to do peaks 3 and 4, I will not mind walking up this. This is nice, as nice can be in this certain terrain. Well, that fire pit that I found was about less than 50 meters up the drainage from the junction. So heading this way will take you into the Bryant Lake and Mount Bryant Peak. We are not heading up valley today, and we are going to be continuing down. A good trail on river left. Comes and goes when the creek bends quite a bit, but soon enough it always picks back up, and it's been fast going down the creek here. This random area, there is no trail. It is short-lived, just like this. And then trails quickly pick back up on the side again. So ever since that main junction I came out of, been like this. Very nice. I've just linked back up to the brown slope that I passed on the way in, completed the loop, and that's that first cliff that you saw coming into the drainage. So we're almost back out onto the biggest drainage of the whole valley. Ticks, this was a good day. It was 3 ticks for sure, no, 4 ticks for sure. The creek bed was really nice to go through. I think Christina would find it tolerable. And that's all there is to say. The views are awesome from up on the peak. Just the ascent route coming up here I would use as a descent in the future. It's significantly steeper, so a lot more advisable to do this loop clockwise.